Hello and welcome to today's Sunday session. Today we're going to have a look at the large and small functions. And these are fantastic. We've got a very small data range here, but imagine you had rows and rows, maybe thousands of rows of information, and you wanted to do some really basic initial analysis. You would use these formulas and it's going to save you having to filter information, it's going to save you having to sort it. These formulas are going to extract the analysis for you. They work in a very simple way. If we have a look at large, it's going to return us the largest number in the range that we specify. So you simply type out the formula, you then say the range you want you to look at, and then you say the nth or the k number you want it to return. So in this case, I'm saying I want you to return me the first largest number. And if I wanted the 10th largest number, I would simply write 10 in there. So let's have a look at that together now. So we equals large. And again, this doesn't need to be in capital letters. Excel knows that it's a formula. Open our bracket. The array is the range of the cells you want it to analyse. And so we want it to analyse the turnover. We comma. And now is the number. Do we want it to return us the first largest, the fifth largest, the 10th largest? On this occasion, I'm going to say the first largest. And we can see it's correctly found that that is indeed the largest number. Now, if this data range changes, so next week, next month, next year, you overtype this information, you paste new information in here, these formulas are going to continue to work. So if I now put a newer number, a larger number, I turn that 9,000 to 19,000, it's correctly said we've got a new first largest number. Now the small function works in exactly the same way. You write your formula, you give it the range, and then you say, do you want the first smallest, the fifth smallest, the second smallest, so on and so forth. So if we write that out together here, equals small, you tell it the array that you want it to look at, the range, and the number you want it to return. And on this occasion, I'm going to say, I want you to give me the first smallest number. And it's found that it's 4263. Which is absolutely correct. That number's there. And again, if these numbers change, it updates the formula. So now we're going to have a look at how we can use that in a slightly more helpful way. Let's imagine this range is rows and rows and rows long. And what we're going to do is now extract on a leaderboard the top 5 largest and the lowest 5 for the smallest turnover. So we write it in here, and first of all, we're going to do large, and I point to my turnover range, and I now say the first, but instead of writing out the number 1, or the number 2, number 3, I can actually just get it to point to this cell, because I've already got those numbers in there in a list. And so by pointing to the cell, it's automatically found me the largest number, which is, of course, the 19,516. So if I then wanted to drag that down, and I could have, I'm looking for the top 5, it could say the top 10, the top 50, it would still work in exactly the same way. First of all, I must actually fix my range. Otherwise, my range is going to scroll when I drag the formula down, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to fix my range. Now when I drag it down, it's successfully looking for the second largest number and the third largest number and the fourth largest number, so on and so forth. So now we're going to use exactly the same method to extract the 5 smallest numbers in our array. So we then go to the array, and instead of typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going to get it to point to the number that we've already fixed. Now I need to go in and add my dollars to my row range so that they stay fixed. And now when I drag it down, it's looking at the 4th smallest, the 5th smallest, so on and so forth. I hope you found that helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on the next Sunday session. Thank you.